Okay, today is May 18th, Monday evening. We're on our second last training for all the techniques this time around. Plus, will be a practice or two for those that wish. So we're good there. And it's been fun and exciting. And today we're talking about the heart technique and the digestive. Both of those are not just about the heart and our solar plexus, they're about the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra, which have other areas and glands and organs that are a part of that. Now, basically, these are about emotions, or it's kind of, when we talked about the ego pull and about all those things, the patterns and belief systems, things that weren't ours, never were ours, somehow we picked it up and they no longer serve us. Okay. So I saw a different video and I'm going to send it out to you too, about electric charges and how if we don't handle them. Now, I don't want to go, I don't need to know what this point here is, right? I don't need to know what it was, what had happened. Was it something trauma or wound of some sort? I don't need to know that. I just know that I can feel it in my body. And if I can release it, my body is healthier and I have more energy and that's not dragging me down. So this other little, I'll send to you guys and you can give me feedback. But in the meantime, what are we going to do? We're going to ask our body. Body on a scale of 1 to 10, working with the heart chakra and all the extra charges and stuck energy that's there right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I feel as a 10, how does my body feel when I think about those emotions of sadness and wounds and beliefs that no longer serve me? Wow. Whew, okay. It's interesting for me. And so okay, so we've got a number. And now let's just get started. So the idea is we're doing the same thing here we've been doing on the last several techniques. We're using the palm of our hand and the energy in our hand. And we can do this a couple of different ways. We can just use the energy in the palm of our hand and we can find a spot. Okay. So I think we should do one of those just so you know, sort of that was the way we did it before we started adding torsion, which gets right down to that neuron and helps us boom, remove that tension. Okay. So we're going to do it first this way. So take your right hand, put it on somewhere around your heart or in this heart chakra. Don't hook your thumb like I was doing there. Kind of keep it down and just have it there and see move very slowly, like in eighth or quarter of an inch sections. You may not want to do this while you're driving, Khristie, but it's up to you. And just take it and find a spot. If you feel a point where that energy is, and if you see she's already blowing out. Okay. Now, you took a deep breath in and you blew it out. Is it still there, that point, that particular point? Okay, so the old way we would have done that, and we would have checked it by taking and putting our hand the back way, right? Backwards. And we would still check it. And if there was something little there, we'd blow it out. Okay. And so we do that and move it all around. Then we waited. Then when we got torsion, we would do the torsion if there was something that was really stuck. Okay. So from here on, we're just going to go straight into torsion. Okay. But I just wanted you to feel that. And if you want to play with that, you go right ahead. So now let's take her hand again and let's find something. You can go right up over to like over here because this is part of the chakra system. So anywhere they're just moving at a quarter, eighth of an inch, slowly, very slowly. Sometimes I like to do that angle of inclination. She's found another spot already. Okay. Okay. Is it still there? Okay. So it's still there. So we're going to add the torsion. So we're going to spin we're going right into that spot, pinpoint it, stay focused on it. And now we're spinning to the right and to the left, equal and simultaneously, spinning, concentrating. Take a deep breath and blow it out. Excuse me. Now feel the shift, right? We're always trying to feel the shift as soon as we release. Continue to release. Okay, now is it still something there? Did it move? It's still there. So we're going to do some more. We're going to spin that torsion, spinning to the left and to the right, equal and simultaneously, spinning. More speed and force. Concentrate it on it, pinpoint it, stay there. Don't release it just yet. Let's get right inside. Ready? Spinning. Take a deep breath. Whew. Okay, now feel the shift. Check in to see if it's gone. Good. Then let's try something a little different. Think of something, you don't tell us, you don't have to live it, but think of something that you know was a trauma for you. And you can move your hand around and see if you can physically find it. Not that that's so important. We're trying this a different way, right? So, but you can move it around. Think of a situation where there was trauma or grief or in deep sadness or something physical even. Once you've grabbed that, concentrate on where you feel it. See if you can feel it somewhere in this area or maybe somewhere else. But see if you can feel it. Okay, stay on it. Feel if it's still there. Spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously, doing full torsion right into that, pinpointing it right down to the cellular level, to the neuron. Feel that resistance and that tension. Spinning. Take a full breath in and blow it out. Now do one more full breath in and just see if there's some residual there before you even check to see if it's gone. Okay. Okay, sometimes that is going to get just what you did, that big yawn. Just by taking that full breath in, you're not sure it's real, if it's really gone and you want a little more clarity, right? Then you just take that full breath in and see what happens. And sometimes it's going to generate that yawn and just get it done and out a little quicker or however it is, but it's getting it out. Okay. Well, let's find another one. Okay, whether you can do it on top of your shirt, put your hand in, you can do whatever you are, wherever it is. Got it. Pinpoint it. Okay, pinpoint it. So we're spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously, spinning. Take that deep breath in. Don't resist yawning. You can yawn. Spinning. Sometimes we want to hold it. It's like, if you were doing a pressure thing and you want to get at it. You just want to nail it before you let it go, right? We don't want to take that first urge to right? We just want to stick with it, stay focused a bit more to get a bigger release. And that's something that you can do. Now, I don't have my keys in front of me. I don't have a key, but if you want to on this next sweat, because we want to use our keys if we have them, and all three of us do. And Jeyson, when he watches this, he'll be able to take his key and take the north end, okay, and take it, and you can use it to find it, or you can find it and then put the key there. Okay, and so if you've got it there and you're focusing on that point and the energy is going, using the key energy, the 432 hertz, going right in there, staying focused, and I'm spinning. We are all spinning full torsion to the right and to the left equal and simultaneously, increasing speed or force, and just stay that. If you need to move the key just a little bit to get it fine, a finer point, that's fine too. So spinning, 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 spinning. Okay, take a full breath in, blow it out. No, you got some of it. I don't think you got it all. So let's stay right that spot. You can move your key, just like a little laser, maybe around, just very slowly move it around if that helps. I always do that with the palm even. I know that I'm just kind of moving it really finite. Okay, so now we've got it. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, is it gone? No. So we're spinning, 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 spinning to the left or the right, equal simultaneously. So just hold it there. Go right into it and really put a little pressure on that tension, that resistance. Really put that pressure there as we spin to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Spinning, 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 increasing speed and force. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Now take a full breath in and blow it out. Take it a full breath. Still there, spinning, 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 spinning. And we're going to kick it up a notch. And so we're spinning now at a 9 out of 10 strength. Spinning, spinning, spinning to the right and to the left, equal and simultaneously. Spinning, 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 spinning. Spinning, 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 increasing speed and force. Stay there, focus, focus, focus. Spinning, feel it, feel it, feel it. Now take that full breath. Just sit it, let it go, let it move, let it move, just let it move.
Wow.
How does that feel now?
Oh, good. I think now it's just from pointing too hard. I can feel it.
Well, take the damn key off it now.
I did.
No, but yes. Now okay, so I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was it just a more powerful uh, block? Tension, a deeper tension, something that was deeper or bigger. I don't know how you would explain that. And then what happened? Do you believe the key really enhanced that release? Or
I think so.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
so because it feels really just a little thin there from me pushing too hard. But
pushing
I
because we
think
were
that
so
really
excited.
helped. It did help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think I only watched a bit of the last Wednesday night one where Dawn was doing the biofield, and he had them working on their third eye and rotating rotating the key a
Mhm.
bit. And then he would say, because he was directing a Khristie, for example, and he said, okay, move it over just a little
Mhm.
bit over here. And she would move the key. And yes, when we do that, we're right into the moment. So be
Mhm.
kind to yourself, you know,
Mhm.
and let the energy do the work. And when we talk about the atlas, right, and how this is, up here, when you can use the key there as well with the breath work, with the rotor rooter. And lately I seem to be getting a lot. Well, today feels good, but getting in there, and I like putting the key right in there. Once I find it, then I like putting the key there and doing the rotor rooter on a regular basis for the atlas because it just builds up on stuff that we need to release, right? Okay, so let's roll into right away to the digestive. So we have a few minutes to maybe just kind of review a couple of the other things, okay?
Mhm.
Now, maybe we should ask our body on a scale of 1 to 10, how does it feel in the heart chakra area and with the releases? How does it feel now? Okay, so we've got that. Do you want to share it?
I
I
went from
went
a
from
6,
six to
almost 7.
Okay, and you're driving. Okay, I was at a 3 and I'm at a 7. So I haven't done this one for a while, and I don't know why, because I usually do, right? So it's important because there's other memories that have come up, and I was talking to a cousin I haven't seen for 30 years, and they're doing a family reunion, which I'm going to go to, and I'm sure there was some things that came up through memories and conversations in our 40-minute conversation, and so they're going to come to the surface, or there's memories, right? So
Mhm.
keep that in mind. And how about yourself, Zoriana?
I went from 2 to 5.
Yes. So you're going to do some more
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
tonight or tomorrow, but you're going to next, then if you have the time, you're going to stay. And this, I tell you that if you do this every day between now and next
Mhm.
Monday,
Mhm.
you are treating yourself like with a day to the spa. You are just going to get rid of all those stuck charges that is
Mhm.
taking up some of your energy, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll find that out. So let's roll into the digestive. And when you had, I don't know, I hope you read the manual because it has some
Mhm.
other little tidbits in there, okay?
Yeah.
And there is the heart technique in there. I can't remember which one it is, but it's kind of funny because when I was doing the rotor rooter, I clicked on the one that was in the manual, and I haven't clicked on that one for quite a while. And it was Dawn and I. So you probably saw that in the email I sent you. It was a
Mhm.
little one that I added. And I laughed because I remembered that day we had this supposedly professional video man that was helping us, but wasn't quite as professional as I thought. Anyway, digestive technique continues releasing emotional resistance in our body. Some people call this the heart, the more softer emotions, and that the solar plexus is more emotional energy blocks like anger and resentment and self judgment, aggression, or fear. I don't know.
Mhm.
But it also, it's working that stomach and liver and gallbladder and pancreas, small intestine, our metabolism and nervous system. So there's a lot of things that get affected, that would happen to us that would affect those very organs and systems, right? So, it's important. Now, in this one, so now we're going to say we're working on the solar plexus chakra system and all that goes with it. And we're going to again remove any patterns, belief systems, points of resistance, or electric charge that has stayed stuck in our system. Okay, so let's ask our bodies. With that in mind, body, give me a number between 1 and 10, with 10 making me just feel so good. Oh my goodness, I'm doing a yawn right in that. So I got some work to do. Okay, so again, I'm going to change it up here because you can do the palm with your, your hand with the energy portal, and you can go your 2 inches down below your whatever that is. Can't even remember what that is right now, and put it there and put it in the spot that you want to, right? But I have a little extra padding there. Okay. I like doing both the heart and this one when I'm laying down, to tell you the truth. And this one, you could even use your phone. You can use the antennas on the back of your phone, but I really don't want to do that either and use it as sort of this laser effect to find these spots. What I've come up with training people over the last 5 years is to take these two fingers, one's a little bigger than the other, and take it and go, I guess if I stood up, that might help, and go to that 2 inches down and start there. And I just kind of take my finger and I'm just moving it around. So the shorter finger, the pointer finger is just there as a bit of a support. And let's say we're going to go and we're going to go towards the left side, okay? And so we're just pushing in, not really hard, but we're pushing in, and then we find something. I can see on your face. Okay, we find something. Then what I do is I use this finger to hold that point, concentrating and pinpointing that spot, staying with it. And I tend to move it around just a little bit, and the other finger is just sort of as a guide, I guess. And when you've pinpointed and stayed focused on it, you can take a deep breath and blow it out. Or you can have a couple of yawns with it. And then you check in. And with the same amount of pressure you had before, in mine it was gone because I was dealing with what spot I found. So I want both of you now to find a second spot. Okay, and just doesn't matter. You can, let's kind of work the left side a little bit. And you find one. Okay. Okay. And we're using our full torsion again on that spot, spinning, 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 spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously, increasing speed and force, spinning, 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 spinning. Take a full breath. Whew. That some of my coughing right now is because of this tail end of this cold. So excuse that, but okay, release it, release it. Okay. I don't know. Is it all gone there, Zoriana? That one? Is it gone? Good. How about
Yeah.
you, Khristie? That's the last one gone? Close to it. Okay, so
I
let's
think
go.
so. I'm thinking so.
Yeah, it finally released on my end, so I must have been picking you up. Okay. So now find another one. Let's go to the right side and see if you can nail something there. Just taking, you're pushing gently. It's like I said, it's easier when you're laying down, right? And you find that spot. Now you've got that spot. Take a breath and blow it out. Or cough. Whew. Now, That may feel sharper. And it may feel that there's still, you didn't get rid of it. Maybe you did on yours, but somebody maybe didn't. So spinning, spinning, spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Focusing, focusing, focusing right down to that point. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Spinning. Okay, take a full breath in. So sometimes when I least expect it, and sometimes when I'm working on other people too, it's like the air doesn't come woof out, it just comes out, but then there's a second breath in and then out, right? And then on some of them, there's a yawn all together. It's like weird, okay? And then I get a really, hey, some residual pushing needs to be pushed through, right? It's not a new one. It didn't move. I didn't search for it. It maybe another one just was right behind it, right? We don't know. Okay, let's find another one. Okay. You can have quick ones too, like just little ones. You just move and you find it, you yawn, you right away you yawn and it's gone. You have to play with this. And so you do that whole stomach, small intestine area, right? And what did we say? Let me see. What did it say? Your hand resistance. No. There was some place it talked. It says here that some sensitive people, you may even know someone, and they tend to have a protruding stomach or abdomen, while others are so skinny and they can't put any weight on. Well, I know one of each of those people. And and that's just the way it is. That's the way their energy, I guess, is in their body. And it doesn't change no matter what they're doing, their work, right? Okay, how about a question?
For us or for you? Like, who's doing the questioning?
Well, I was asking you, so I guess you can have the question.
Oh, hmm. Would, it's not so much about that, but would this area, like right in here, be considered the heart space or the throat space?
Doesn't matter. Does it matter?
I don't really think it does. I was just wondering if, like,
Well,
how.
I've seen, okay, I've done it and I've asked, I've found spots on people, like Dawn does, right? For example. So,
Give me just 1 second. Um,
Power on.
okay.
okay. Okay, there you go. I don't know why it tried to connect to my headphones that aren't even on right now.
So, um, I remember I was working because before I wouldn't, I would find the spots, but I think it's more important if you find the spots, right? But when I
Mm-hmm.
first started, I would start and I would find the spot. And then I would say, okay, let's say I would say Soriana. Okay, I think there's a spot. And if this is your collarbone here, I think there's a spot somewhere kind of more like here, right? So more towards the shoulder, almost
Mm-hmm.
kind of in that pocket between where the bone is and your shoulder bone, right in there
Yeah.
somewhere. Can you feel something there?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to concentrate on that spot. Okay. And you can use, because eventually you're not going to use your hands. You're just going to know it's there, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now we're doing the torsion straight into it, spinning, spinning, spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously, spinning, spinning, spinning. When you're ready, you can blow out anytime you want, spinning, spinning, spinning. I'm just concentrating on that spot, spinning, spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Take a breath. Now, I still feel something there, but that might just be a delay. How do
Much
you,
looser.
sorry?
It is so much looser right now. Like my
Yeah.
shoulder dropped.
Right. So is it still there or is that point gone?
I think it moved just a little bit this way.
This way? Okay.
From the pocket, just a little bit up and to that way.
Okay. So then let's move to that spot. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we're spinning, 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 spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously, spinning, 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 focusing on that area, spinning, spinning, spinning with speed and strength, spinning, 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 spinning. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. And now take a big breath in and blow it out.
Whoa, that was big.
Okay, so just feel it, give it a second, move your shoulder, yes. Okay. And now it's continuing to
I feel like
move.
they are uneven now.
Yes, there you go. Right? So, never question so much as
Mhm.
just do. Just do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you now, ask your bodies on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 feeling that your shoulders dropped and everything else is, and you're smiling a little more and you got a little more energy. And where are we now?
About an 8 or a 9.
Yeah, I'm somewhere between, yeah, I'm somewhere not quite to the 9, but between an 8 and a 9. So I jumped pretty
I'm an
big.
8.
There was a couple of, yeah. So hey, that's pretty good for our short time. So
Mhm.
always at this asking your body, I'm gonna kind of go a little sideways with that first, and then
Mhm.
we can talk. So I could never do the muscle testing and do this thing. I did, there's a video somewhere in the blog where this is about a lady who does different styles and ways that you can muscle test, right? And one of them is this way where it's a lever and either you go through or you don't. Like I went right through there. Now, if I said I hate milk, I'm not going through, right? If I say I love strawberries, it just goes through. Okay?
Mhm.
That's a way you can muscle test. And there's other ways. And then people do the pendulum, and it says yes or
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
And then I went to an access consciousness training because I was involved with them for a while. And one of the things was they said, use your body as a pendulum. So I did that.
Mhm.
And it's whether I was shopping or one day I said, okay, I gotta practice this. I gotta do this every day for a week on lots of things. So I'm standing in front of my fridge. It's like 10:30 in the morning. I'm hungry, I think. I don't even know what I want, but I want something. And I go to the fridge and I was saying, and there's all this stuff. Okay, body, do you want eggs for breakfast? Nope.
Mhm.
Do you want eggs and bacon? Nope, because that's kind of what I was thinking, right? And then I asked this and I asked that and I asked this and asked this. And I said, okay, finally I asked myself, are you hungry? And the answer was no.
Mhm. Mhm.
And what popped in my head was all I needed was some water. I
Mhm.
needed a drink. That's it. Okay.
Yeah,
So how many times do we go and eat something when we're just thirsty? Right? So,
that is a good point. It's a good
yeah,
point.
it's a good point. And then here, because I can't muscle test people, and
Mm-hmm.
then Don will tell us that muscle testing is not an exact science
Mm-hmm.
because I can have a perception when I'm muscle testing you, right? So you got to check in on that. And so for all the Zooms, I just, I just say, okay, let's ask our bodies. And when I first started that, I think it might have been Judith and, oh, there was that group. They went, I don't know, we went through each level right back to back kind of. And then they would give me something like a 9.4 because I
Mm-hmm.
said we need to quantify it. Because if we go from 6 to 7 and we're stuck there, then we need to do more work, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the heart, or on today we went from the heart down to the digestive, back up to that shoulder. Was that the heart? Yes, I think if I was thinking about it, it was the heart technique, not, I wasn't doing the digestive technique. But does it matter? Absolutely not. But it was there. You could feel if you're doing that heart technique and you feel something over here, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. Just get it out,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's
Yeah.
the message that I wanted to get there. Now you have a question for me, I'm sure. Somebody does.
So my question is, like, is it good to do whole stomach area? Does that include the liver and all the organs to the right and to the left, or just intestine?
Okay, so I'm coming back to that. So it says here, sacral chakra is just below your belly button, but this is also a solar. Okay, so the solar plexus covers your rib cage, from your rib cage to your navel, and is associated. So it's all the rib cage and the navel, and it's associated with things metabolic, digestive, and stomach related. It influences the stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, small
Mm-hmm.
intestine, metabolism, and nervous system. If it's blocked, you may suffer from low self-esteem, have difficulty making decisions. You may
Mm-hmm.
have anger or control issues, right? That's how it's
Yeah.
manifest. Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
it says sacral, it was somewhere in their intestines. So the sacral covers just below the belly button, just above your tailbone. It includes the bladder, kidneys, lower digestive system, spleen, and sexual organs. And it is aligned. When it's aligned, you feel great. You're friendly, passionate, successful, fulfilled, etc. You have abundance, you feel pleasure and joy. If it's blocked, you're uninspired, have emotional instability, fear, change, and depression or addiction. So we're not going to, this is energy. So we don't have to get so specific.
Okay.
It's like you can use the rotor-rooter on your liver, your kidneys, and your spleen,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can do the rotor-rooter if you really think you really need it, if you've got some symptoms. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to just use the rotor-rooter for pain or a pineal or the limbic system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can use them anywhere, and you just trust your knowing, right? Trust your knowing that this is the right one. And if it's something stubborn, if I was just doing, I can just do a release first,
Mm-hmm.
just the breath. That doesn't work, then I add the torsion. That doesn't work, then I'm going to go deeper and do like the rotor-rooter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we get into some combinations a little bit later. How about you, Khristie? Do you have a question, comment?
Not about the lesson. I am. Wait, what's today? Do I have anything after this? Give me 1 second. I keep mixing up my days. Okay, so it's not today. I was like thinking today was Tuesday, and then I was gonna
Yeah,
have to leave right now. But anyway,
no,
I do have
you,
something to talk to you about, though.
Yes, okay, well, we'll do that in a second. So tomorrow is Tuesday, and we don't have anything Tuesdays. Wednesday, which is where you were confused last week, Wednesday is at 7 p.m. and is all things Lynch Tech, where Don is going to be working on, he's going to be playing with the biofield. He put it in the WhatsApp or in the Lynch Tech, asking for anybody who might be interested to show up. So I don't know how many he's going to be able to do, right? And that's why I said to Zoriana, if she wants to come, she could come then. Now I think I won't know until after a meeting tomorrow but that's at the Ark itself. So I don't know. I expect that the next couple of Wednesdays at 7 p.m. he will be doing the biofield process with people. That's my guess.
I'm putting on my
Yeah.
calendar.
It was pretty cool. I was really excited when I was getting mine done. It was just such an exciting experience seeing it, in like
So
as much as it wasn't physical, but in like physical form, seeing what like it looks like was very, very interesting.
yeah, it definitely is interesting. And the key is it's not a physical thing. It is your electric body, your electromagnetic body, and the energy that comes off of. Basically, you're going to see your third eye, you're going to see your throat chakra, and you may see part of the heart area. And it's going to have all of the colors and different things. And, this little spot over here, it doesn't mean you got cancer. It's not that. Basically, what it is, it's an electromagnetic photo. More than an aura. It's not an aura because the aura is out here. What you will see is that from the first picture to the after picture, and I know Chrissy's had more than, an after and an after and an after maybe, but
Well,
what it
it was
is
only for the course of 2 days when we first started it that night with Dawn, and then
the next
the
day.
morning and night afterwards.
Yeah. So, but still, you don't normally. So what it tells us and shows us is it shows it's partially there and it's on your face. And what happens is it's going to show where some blockages are. It's going to show if all your lines around your third eye are jagged, fragmented, basically. It'll show if it's a little more closed than it normally would be. It'll show different colors. The second one, because he's going to do some work on you, right? He had the girls using their keys, which is great because he could do that on the Zoom. In person, he is going to do actual consultations with people for at least an hour, and he's going to charge. I don't know how much but he's going to charge, and he's going to do the before and after, and he's gonna clear things, right? That he thinks and sees and whatever. But it's not about the colors. It's about did the colors change? Because and I think he said that machine is $3,000. So we're all not going to run out and get one, okay? So that we can check this every day. So, but so we used to do that, and he used to use it to help us learn. Some of the core people that were there in as part of our training, and people could see something. It's no different than when you do the phone, right? And you get muscle tested, or I ask you, or whatever it is, and you feel the difference. That's a reality where, for example, if you went into a meditation, oh, you feel good for a while. Like, I'm not a big meditator, okay? But if I go into ARC 2, so this is one of the places they'll be using it. But if I went into ARC 2 and sat there for 20 minutes and I come out, I know my after picture. I don't even have to see it. I know it's going to be different. But it would be cool when we're working on using these techniques and have it a before picture and an
Mhm.
after picture, right? But we're all here, the three of us are here because we know it works. We've felt
Right.
it, right? We've asked our bodies that for confirmation by asking for a definitive number, right? But this is
Mhm.
now it's very, very detailed, the training on it. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about. Does anybody have a question on the Roto-Rooter?
I'll probably have some later because I'm like sitting on the boxes because I'm moving on Saturday, and then we're expecting a baby. My daughter's pregnant, so I hadn't had a chance to practice like
That's okay. I
everything at the
said,
same time.
yes,
But
I didn't, yes. And that's my thing. So next Monday is the DNA
Mhm.
basal ganglia. It's a very important one.
Mhm.
And then we will decide as a group
Mhm.
what we want to cover as a practice. Okay. And we'll
Mhm.
decide if it's that following Monday or when it's
Mhm.
going to be. Okay. So just make questions, write it down. If it's
Mhm.
something in between, and I know you're moving, so don't worry about it. If you can practice what we learned today as much as
Mhm.
possible, that's all I could, that'll be the best for you through
Right.
this time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna stop the recording. And then Khristie can ask me whatever she
Thank you
wants to
so
ask me.
much.
Thank you. And thank you for your
Oh,
comments this morning. I was so excited.
listen, I wanted to tell you because we're not on the record. My right side